Greetings to the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. Greetings to the citizens of the sister Republic of Senegal. Greetings to the citizens of the respective ECOWAS member states. Greetings to the citizens of the entire continent of Africa. The same greetings are being extended to other regions, people, societies, groups, families, individuals, institutions, be they states or other organizations, who have taken the decision to stand up against tyranny, against repression, oppression, domination, isolation, segregation, injustice, and the abuse of human rights, wherever it is taking place on earth. On our session today, this is your brother, Essa Bokarr. The theme before us is the following: Gambian despot Yahya Jammeh'S misplaced criticism on ICC, the International Criminal Court, a buffoon whose utterances are a reflection of conversations between him and people he shares cocaine and cannabis with every night. A serial killer withdrawing the Gambia from ICC, calling it International Caucasian Court, is stemming from guilty conscience, not principle. Yahya Jammeh is definitely a drug addict who needs to be reminded or educated that former Serbian President Slobodan Milosevic, a Caucasian, in quotes, was bombarded, arrested, and handed over to the ICC by Western countries, or NATO alliance for that matter. Analysis by your brother Essa Bokarr. We are going to begin with the introduction. Evil mixed with might does not know frontiers. It can be African, it can be European, it can be Asian or universal. Therefore, the very reason why right will keep revolving around the globe searching for evildoers like Adolf Hitler, Yahya Jammeh, Slobodan Milosevic, and Idi Amin Dada. A hypocritical despot in Banjul whose move to withdraw Gambia from the ICC is certainly geared toward trying to bleach his blood-stained legacy with barren pride or being foolhardy and shameless, constantly doing so within a cartel he likes calling a government in quotes. Yahya Jammeh, a serial killer himself, is being reminded that United States Army General Wesley Clark, former commander of the NATO allied forces in the mid and the late 90s, together with other Western countries, bombarded former Serbian President Slobodan Milosevic in defense of Kosovo. Milosevic was arrested, handed over to the ICC, where he died in a cell. Kosovo is a Muslim country. Yahya Jammeh, head of Islamic Republic of the Gambia. Caucasians, in quotes in your mind, Yahya Jammeh, mean decent human beings in our minds. Not all those soldiers who were fighting to liberate Kosovo were white either, Yahya. Former president or former Serbian president, like Yahya Jammeh, threatened to eliminate Kosovans, then went into action. Yahya Jammeh has also threatened to wipe out a Mandinka ethnic group in the Gambia. As we speak, he is finding avenues to do so in a very vicious way for that matter. He has been admonished by the Office of Genocide at the United Nations under Adama Dieng, but all habits die hard. Indeed, the Mandinkas that Yahya Jammeh is threatening are not Caucasian. During the past 2 weeks, he went on distributing arms to his navy and a hidden militia in Badibu and Jara, being places where there is a large concentration of Mandinkas, especially in the areas he does not expect support. Actions speak louder than words. Sooner or later, the world will see what Gambia's Milosevic Yahya Jammeh will be doing to Mandinkas. Each and every Mandinka under Yahya Jammeh today is vulnerable because they are not armed, neither do they dare expose the dark side of their lives within the Gambia by using social media. Yahya Jammeh is equally being told that Milosevic, his twin in evil, was a Caucasian, not a black man. Let me reiterate it again. Slobodan Milosevic was contained and thrown into the bin of history. by those countries Yahya is pointing fingers at, calling them Caucasian. Evil mixed with might does not know frontiers. It can be found in the African, the European, the Asian, or in the heart and mind of someone in the North or South Pole. Therefore, while right will keep revolving around the globe searching for evildoers like Jammeh and Slobodan Milosevic, time reminds us of Idi Amin Dada, another stigma and disgrace for the African continent. Like Yahya Jammeh, Dada the buffoon used to openly attack the British to make a name for himself for every hypocritical and wrong reason. He even made British carry him on their shoulders, like a tall fool calling himself the conqueror of the British Empire. Such utter nonsense will remain in our minds as a disgrace for Africa. After asking British to carry him around Kampala, he turned against those very Africans he claimed to be defending. Irony and paradox were not absent near this buffoon. He killed 300,000 Ugandans in 9 years. Is that the type of African we want to stand up for Africans? I hope not. Becoming a tyrant during post-colonial Africa is the worst wound any African leader can leave in the hearts of Africans. From slavery days to now, Idi Amin, like Samuel Doe, Charles Taylor, Laurent Gbagbo, Mobutu Sese Seko, Mengistu Haile Mariam, Sudan's Omar el-Bashir, plus Eritrea's current president and Yahya Jammeh have killed more blacks than any armed despot or repressive system on the plateau of Africa has done so far. Idi Amin Dada was not contained by Caucasians. He was fought and ejected from the seat of power by an African hero, the late president of Tanzania, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. Yahya Jammeh, a misfit on the plateau of African politics and the geopolitical arena, is definitely not the one to speak for our continent. If such a masked dancer is the one to stand up for Africa, means Africa leaves so much to be desired within. Calling oneself a Pan-African in quotes is more of self-promotion, which we all know does not need recommendation anyway. Stigmas or political pests like Yahya Jammeh are the real enemies of Africa itself. Indeed, they are. How can a son of Africa ignore the sentencing of a former jihadist who destroyed tombs at Timbuktu? A man who attacked Africa by leaving a fatal wound on its navel. It is the ICC that handed down a 9-year jail term to the jihadist. He is neither Chinese nor Caucasian. He is Arab. What would Yahya have said if this jihadist had been a white man? He would have blown his lungs off, not because he's standing up for blacks, but because he's trying to find a punching bag. Do you really know why Yahya is not jumping around? Simply because the man is from the same roots like his wife, the butterfly from Morocco, Zainab Suma Jammeh. Yahya blaming Caucasians while he is killing blacks in Mile 2 every day shows how unfortunate Africa is to have such filth within its political body. An Arab jihadist attacking Timbuktu, the pyramids in Giza, in Alexandria, Egypt, and southern Sudan, just to name a few relics, means refusing Africa its heritage and identity. Yahya Jammeh, the hypocritical drunkard and drug addict, cannot see the shortcomings around him and his butterfly wife, but can see what is wrong elsewhere. We are going to end the first part here. Stay tuned. I'll bring you the other part within a second. Thank you very much.